1997. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission, led by Archbishop Desmond Tutu, tries to heal a bleeding nation with truths about the past. South Africa is trying to come to terms with democracy on all levels of society. Meanwhile, Nelson Mandela has divorced Winnie. Nowell is separated from Herbert. Suddenly, she is summoned to appear in front of the TRC to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help her, Madiba.
Get a job. Oh my God, shame. Shame, eh? But now how does this all fit together?
Each piece is numbered, Nowell. Follow the steps from number 1 to number 33.
33 pieces. Oh, can't I just wear a kaftan?
And look like everyone else. You know how ethnically people dress for something like this.
Yes, but on television, you never see what they wear.
But you'll be standing up, probably in a witness box.
Well, no, the TRC isn't actually a court of law. You know, it's more of a hearing. They won't go to all the trouble of a witness box.
It's got to be something. But you'll look fantastic. The colors will read magnificently on TV.
No, but I don't know, Duval. I mean, I'd rather wear something that's a little bit more me.
Something more Eurocentric at a Truth Commission hearing. You might as well wear an old army uniform. They'll crucify you.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Of course, you know best. Oh, Don, I'm so excited that you've made me a truly original Duval creation. I mean, it is the only one in the world, isn't it?
Yes, one-of-a-kind design.
Oh, my God, they're going to be so jealous. That will get a plus. I can't believe it. So, listen, keep your TV on. I think I will be making your day. Thank you, darling. Bye.
Nowell, why are you appearing at the TRC? Did you kill a garden boy?
Not for want of trying. No, it's something to do with all this amnesty business. Well, actually, I'm not quite sure. I better reread the facts.
Get Herbert to sort it out. Or aren't you talking anymore?
We talk more now than when we were together. Crazy world, isn't it? Thanks, doll. Bye.
Thanks, bye.
Every time I switch on my TV, there is Tutu. Ach, machtig, it's so boring.
You see the black woman you see there? They killed her son.
What? Who killed him?
The police.
Sis toch.
Then they cut open his head, took out the brains, put stones into his head, and closed it up and gave the body to his mother.
Nee, sis, man. Who did that?
The police.
Ach, nee, man, I feel quite sick in my stomach. You see, this sort of thing is always on when we have supper. You can't eat and listen to this sort of thing, man.
She just wants to know who killed her son.
I'm sorry, I don't want to know. It's just too horrible. It's horrible, man.
She wants to know who killed her son so she can forgive him.
God, someone must put stones in my son's head after taking out his brains. Die Here hoor my. I'll get a gun and shoot him dead. God, this country's bloody mad.
Nimrod, that looks very nice. I'm so proud of what you're doing to the garden. Put something under your knees, you might catch cold. Thanks, my dear.
They want you in person. Oh, morning, madam. I'll take this to your room. Eh, where to? Kaloku bafuna ukuthatha i-fingerprints bafake nestamp kumaphepha akho. Ewe wethu. You know, madam, I've been on the ANC helpline switchboard today. They're diverting all the calls to me. It's driving me crazy.
Dora, you can't work for the ANC and work for me at the same time. Now, look, I don't mind. Once you've done for me, by all means, walk around my house shrieking onto your cell phone, answering pertinent questions from the millions of potential voters that phoned for your advice, but not on my time, okay?
Yes, madam. Some of your post has been delivered to number 34.
Huh?
The girl dropped it off this morning.
Oh, sis, Dora, they opened my mail. You know, some people are so disgusted. 2,000 rand. What does this mean?
Rates for last month, madam.
Well, it must be their post. I want nothing to do with that. And this? Oh, my God. I hate these windows. 3,564 rand? For electricity for 1 month? Oh, God, I haven't got my glasses here. Just check that.
It's correct, madam, and it's overdue.
I don't believe this. I mean, there's only me.
There's also me and Mama Thandi.
Yes, but the two of you don't really count. I mean, you don't really use much electricity. Or do you?
There's also the white Nimrod.
His name is Basil. Don't demean him by calling him Nimrod, okay?
Oh, I forgot, madam. Basil uses electricity. There's the heated pool, the jacuzzi, the steam room, the security system. They are on for 24 hours a day.
Yes, but I don't use them 24 hours a day. I mean, why am I paying for things I don't use 24 hours a day?
Madam, it was on page 1 of the Star. I explained to you, madam. Rates relative to income and all that.
God, Dora, wake me when it's over. Why do I have to pay my hard-earned money to pay the debts of people? People. I mean, I'm not even talking about color. Anyway, if your black brothers don't want to pay for their water, electricity rates, taxes, and sewerage, let them sit in the dark.
They did for the last 368 years.
This is absolutely outrageous. I've now got to fork out money to subsidize people I don't even know, people who don't even like me, all these professional victims, the demand generation. It's outrageous. It's racist.
It's a democracy, and it's also overdue. You better pay today, madam, or else we will know what it feels like to sit in the dark.
Oh, God, I hate being taken for a ride.
Mrs. Fine, I've phoned the nursery 3 times and they still haven't delivered. I'll see to it first thing in the morning.
Thank you, Basil. Oh, shame. Basil, listen. Did Dora give you a nice cup of tea?
No, I'm okay, thanks.
No, Basil, come. Nonsense. Don't be so shy.
Thank you, Mrs. Fine.
Give me your hand. I'm going to find you a nice orange juice. A nice orange juice in the fridge. It'll cool you down. Shame you work so hard, Basil. Now here's Mama Thandi. Hi, Mama Thandi.
Morning, madam.
Okay, Basil, what can I get you? Orange juice, a nice cold Coke, coffee?
I'll be fine, thanks. I need to get back to the sprinklers. Salagashi, Mama Thandi.
Bye-bye, son.
I can't get over it. Such a charming young man with no real prospects, no real job, and a degree, working in my garden like a...
Like a black, madam?
No, that's not what I was going to say at all, Mama Thandi. I was going to say working in the garden like a disadvantaged, uneducated person.
Madam, what is this fancy dress?
Are your fingers clean, Dora? That is a very special outfit designed for me by Nowell to wear tomorrow.
To a fancy dress party, madam?
Dora, I'm shocked you don't recognize your own culture. Look, genuine Xhosa princess outfit.
I would say it was more a genuine Jewish princess outfit. I'm sorry, madam, but I've never seen anyone Xhosa wear something like this.
Oh, well, that shows you've just grown up in the city and lost touch with your roots. Well, I'm so glad that I can introduce you to your culture. It's all in tribute to Nelson Mandela, by the way.
Oh, you're going to a fancy dress party at his house, madam?
It's not a fancy dress party.
What is it then? I can't make head or tail out of this.
Dora, it's so simple. You follow the diagram. You see, everything is very clearly marked there. 1 goes there, 2 goes there. Look, for example, if this was 1, you follow the diagram and you put it across like this. And then number 2, then number 3, then number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 32, 35, 37, and then you look divine. Okay.
Madam, why don't you just go dressed as Snow White and Basil can go as one of your dogs?
Ha! The truth comes out. You don't like Basil? Shame, man. He's only doing his job.
It used to be called working in the garden. Now he calls it horticultural something or other.
Well, he's got a degree.
Ah, a diploma in accounting from Kimberley.
No, it's a degree in landscape architecture.
Anyway, I don't see why he must work here.
I see through this, Dora. You just want me to get rid of Basil so you can get the job for Sipo.
Madam, Sipo is not a garden boy.
Too proud.
Too hopeless. He doesn't have green fingers, just lucky ones. He's better at playing at the gambling tables at Sun City than planting the pansies in your garden.
Yes, well, Dora, you know what I think of all your garden boyfriends, your boyfriends.
Madam, I don't have boyfriends. When last did you see me with a boyfriend?
Yes, that's quite a good question. Why didn't you have any boyfriends?
Because I watch married people and I learn from them. Anyway, Sipo is not my boyfriend.
He's staying here.
He's my cousin.
Oh.
He's from Nigeria.
Oh?
A political refugee.
Oh.
Madam, why don't you rather just wear your Versace?
If I am going to testify in front of the Truth Commission, I have got to feel like an African. Oh, God, is this right? Oh, wait, I've got number city down the back. I've got 31 between my legs. Now, 32 is this one. I must pull it tightly round. God, Dora! Dora! Oh, Dora, for God's sake, help me out of this fucking ethnic shit. Dora, I will fire you. Come on here, help me. Pull something at the back there. I don't know, I've got number 24. Oh, no, shit, there goes the phone. Answer, wait, let me go and answer. Let me answer the, Dora, no, man, answer that damn phone. Answer the phone, Dora. If it's for me. Ah, so I'm tied up. Oh, no, I don't believe this.
Hello? Yes? Yes. Oh, that was the TRC office, madam. Oh, but it was so funny.
Listen, Dora, if I kill you today, it's a politically motivated crime. What did they say?
The TRC are delayed. They can only see you tomorrow,
Oh,
madam.
God, African time again. I'm seeing my shrink tomorrow. I can't go.
In this outfit?
Dora, I'll kill you. What time tomorrow?
Afternoon, madam.
Well, then just pull. Now help me.
Hang on.
Start at 30 and work backwards. Pull that one at the back there. Dora, don't be so disabled. Dora, I found a mistake in this outfit diagram. If you swap 32 with 31, it... That's you. Where's Dora? Nice bagel. Jewish delicacy, huh? Or is it too Eurocentric for you, Sipo? Maybe the coffee's too Eurocentric. Or those cups, they date back from the previous century. They are the most beautiful cups. You gave me a heart attack. Well, seeing that you're here, maybe you can tell me what this is.
Thanks, comrade.
Oh, comrade. Be still my beating heart. Thanks. Thanks, I can see. I can also see it's in Xhosa. Could you tell me what it says?
It says you are to appear this afternoon at 3 p.m. at the Netherlands Community Center to testify on behalf of one Sifiso Nshonga, an Amnesty hearing. Who is this man?
Amnesty? What do I want to do with Amnesty? I'm interested in alimony, not amnesty. For what, for why, for who?
Madam, Sipo was just going.
Listen, what is this? What is the SIPO? This Sifiso? And why do they send me one of these things in Xhosa?
Maybe it's Xhosa Day at the TRC, madam. Sifiso. Didn't you have a Nimrod called Sifiso?
God, I don't remember what they were called.
Mama Tanji might remember. I'll go and ask her.
Before you go, let's not forget to give a nice bagel to your Nigerian cousin. He loves my bagels, all my Eurocentric things. Huh? Gefilte fish. No, but you're right. You're absolutely right, Sipo. I'm white. I'm Eurocentric. I'm a settler. So you'll be happy to know I'm going back to Europe where I belong. But I'm going to take all the electricity with me. Wake me when it's... Oh, yeah.
Madam.
Oh, poor Herbert. A slip disc.
I must have pulled something.
Oh, shame.
I hear a smile in your pity, Nowell.
No, Herbert. I saw that little trick pelvis.
It's not her fault.
She's as guilty as sex, eh? Shame for Herbert. Listen, remember what I told you about the TLC thing? You know, this black man who's applying for Amnesty. My dear, he says he worked for us. No, he gave a name, Savisa, I don't know, Chinganchonga, or something like that. Why does that name ring a bell?
Sorry, madam. Mama Tanti says he was our Nimrod in 1981.
My God. Mama Tanti says he was our Nimrod. You remember him? But why must I give evidence in front of some Amnesty hearing?
He wants you to give him a character reference.
Now it's 16 years later.
Do it, Nowell. Lie through your teeth.
God, I wonder what he did. I mean, during the struggle, he must have done something terrible.
Everybody wants amnesty. From the mass murderer to the mess sergeant. Your Nimrod probably put a bomb in a bar and blew up innocent kids. Or he probably ran into a church with an AK-47 and killed innocent people in prayer. Oh, maybe even put a tire on somebody's neck and burnt them alive.
Well, if he did all those terrible things, no doubt he'll get his amnesty and a nice job in the government. Okay, doll. No, listen, look after yourself. I'll come round later. Yes, and while the bimbo child is there, keep your legs crossed or your pants up or whatever works for you.
Nothing does. Not even a slip disc.
Oh, schmuck. I can't believe it. Safiso. He said he was one of our Nimrods in the 80s. I mean, I was so exposed during the 80s. I mean, he could have done anything to me and I wouldn't have known the difference. I had no gun. I had no Rottweiler. We had this Pyrenees mountain dog with bad breath. It used to lick everyone to death. Safiso. So overt. I mean, so black. You know, because it makes me feel so white. Everything about me is Eurocentric, he says. My language, my culture, everything. My food, the food he eats. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Dr. Bernstein, he accused me of being a settler. I said, listen, Sipa, I was born in Sea Point by a cesarean. I'm as African as you. What a schmuck. Anyway, Dora says that SIPO says that the one person that the Truth Commission must expose is Nelson Mandela. I said, what? Are you mad? Nelson Mandela is all we whites have got between us and the refugee camps. Leave him alone. No, says Dora. SIPO says Nelson Mandela must be exposed as an imposter, as a fraud, because he's not real. Huh. I said, not real? Look at the old man. He comes out of 27 years in jail. He's got half a prostrate. He had TB. He can scarcely walk, see, or hear. He's got no wife. How more real than that do you want him to be? No, says SIPO. The Nelson Mandela we all call Madiba and wear on our T-shirts isn't the real Nelson Mandela because the real Nelson Mandela died in jail in 1980. I said, oh, really, SIPO? I didn't read that in The Citizen. They didn't need a dead Mandela in 1980. So they got a nice Jewish plastic surgeon to come all the way from Sea Point to Robben Island. You know, somebody who wanted to keep his son out of the army. And this plastic surgeon did operations on 6 or 7 middle-aged black people to make them look like what he thought Nelson Mandela would look like. Except he didn't even know what Mandela looked like because Mandela's picture was also banned. All he had to work from was an old T-shirt from an anti-apartheid rally in Trafalgar Square. I said, SIPO, you're losing me. You're losing me. I said, I saw Mandela walk free from jail. I saw it with my own 2 eyes on TV. Yes, says SIPO. Nelson Mandela walks free from jail. What's the first thing he does? Does he pick up the ANC banner and lead the blacks to victory? No, he speaks Afrikaans. Does he have P.W. Botha and F.W. de Klerk arrested as war criminals? No, he forms a government with them. He wears the number 6 rugby jersey. He has tea with Mrs. Verwoerd. He sings Die Stem van Suid-Afrika. Nelson Mandela comes out of jail a reformed Afrikaner nationalist. I said, anyway, stop talking nonsense. That's the one thing we whites are terrified of here in South Africa. What will happen to us if Nelson Mandela dies? No, says SIPO. Nelson Mandela will never die because there are still 6 Mandela clones waiting in the closet. Dr. Bernstein? Dr. Bernstein.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Fine. Same time next week.
Ah, outstanding. How's it, everybody? Sayabona? Sayabona, hey?
How, madam?
Hey?
Aren't you taking your own car?
I am not going to lose another new car to those damn hijackers. If the TRC insist on having their meetings in a area, I'm going to go in a taxi. Listen, I'll merge in with the scenery. I'll look like everybody else. Okay. Amandla, hey? Amandla.
Anyway, Ham.
That was so extraordinary. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I feel I've bonded. I've really bonded with you. Listen, my dear, here's my card. Let my people call your people. We must do lunch. Here's my card. Okay. Ah, it's been brilliant. Thank you so much. You're a very, very good driver. I don't know where the rumors come from that you people don't know how to drive. Oh God, where am I? Excuse me. Oi, comrade, oi. Where did you get those outfits? I don't really remember anything. No, actually, I do remember. Can't recall details and dates, but I do remember an era called the Outside.
Viva, madam.
Hey, Vestard comrade.
Many of us were up in the clouds.
Anything more? Ice? Nuts?
Like him.
Excuse God, Basil. Why don't you just relax and watch TV with us? After all, though, this is a democracy.
It's like wake me when it's over.
Oh,
thank you, madam.
Pletzen, Nimrod.
Zulu, Xhosa, Tswana, Sotho, Rhodesian refugees, British immigrants, ex-madams, ex-maids, ex-Nimrods. Yes, I remember this man. Whatever he did must have had a reason, and whatever he did had no excuse. We have no choice. We must start from the beginning. I'll forgive him if he'll forgive me. Is that okay? Can the Archbishop hear me? Is that okay? Can I go? Thank you. No, thank you.
It is now 1998. Nowell has semigrated from Johannesburg to Cape Town. She's found the violence in Gauteng just too much to handle. Besides, her house is now so big because she's divorced and all her kids are in Australia. So she's bought a nice penthouse in Sea Point overlooking the sea. Of course, tourists are flocking to Cape Town to follow in the steps of Nelson Mandela. Robben Island is a favorite place of pilgrimage. And of course, Nowell must also be there.
Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think.
Oh, Nimrod! Nimrod, oi! Help Madam Goldie there. Come. Where's Dora? Dora! Come now, careful. Come, darling, give me your hand. Nimrod, look after Madam's car. Give her a hand, hey? Come, give me the bag. Careful. Nonsense, you're not okay. You're here with me. Move it now.
I'm burning up.
Now, where's Dora? Come on, go and lie down on the sofa. Oh, there, where's Dora? Bring a glass of water.
I need morphine and cocaine.
You're not raving now, Goldie. You're just sunburnt. Come on, settle down.
Oh,
I told her to put on sun cream.
So you two are talking again?
She was in the queue.
You stood in a queue?
I had no choice.
I'm dying, Dora.
How was it?
Look at that. Look at that.
Windsurfers?
No man, Robben Island.
I've never been there.
Thanks to me, I protected you. Sounds so stupid now, hey? All those placards and posters, illegal marches, breaking stupid laws for what?
For democracy.
For this?
Equality.
You still call me madam?
You pay my salary.
You can call me Nowell.
Okay, Nowell.
Miss Nowell.
Do I have to crawl out onto the street and be discovered by the press?
Oh, God. Listen, don't you have any mooty in your mooty box for her?
My box is packed.
Dora, you can't take your mooty box with you. Hardened drug dealers have been in jail for 10 years for what you've got in your mooty box.
It's just my multi, madam.
But you have mooty for sunburn.
Yeah. A hat and a number 96 sun shield.
5 a.m. this morning, I get up to be at the waterfront by 8 o'clock. Now, you ask yourself why? To welcome the Queen of England or Portugal or Norway, who's coming to have her photograph taken with Nelson Mandela? No, my dear. To go to Robben Island.
Oh, God, I'm dying, I swear to God.
No. It's not that bad.
Oh, cancer.
Colored.
Huh?
Your skin will go brown, and then you can get a top job as PRO. In spite of the fact that your nails are too long, and you can't even spell the word reconciliation.
Are you making fun of me, Dora?
Would I make fun of you, Miss Goldie?
Too sick to think. Oh, Robben Island, God. If I hear another Amantla away too, I'll Platz.
You're on holiday down here, Miss Goldie?
I'm thinking of emigrating to Cape Town. Gauteng is too horrible, all that violence. I swear to God, last week, Mervyn and I were hijacked in our own driveway. They made us lie on the ground. They took my watch and my rings. They wanted my snakeskin handbag. But I fought like a tiger.
Fighting over a stupid handbag.
A snakeskin handbag? Anyway, they got it in the end. I said to him, look, boy, take the snakeskin handbag and the snakeskin shoes. I'll never find another bag to match.
I've been thinking...
I thought I smelled something burning.
They say that out of the 37 million of us in South Africa, only 1.5 million are paying income tax.
That's me and you, darling.
I'm shocked. Now I know where my taxpayers' money is going. It's not going into health or welfare or education. It's all going into Robben Island.
Oh? Why?
Because Robben Island is now becoming a, quote, monument to the struggle for democracy, unquote. Oh, wake me when it's over.
What monument?
The monument to us white liberals.
You mean you white liberals? I always voted Nat.
Yes, but you stayed in South Africa when everybody else ran overseas. You stayed. We deserve a monument. We, who treated our servants like decent human beings in spite of the fact that they behaved like kafirs. What about us?
Can you use that K word?
Only in the context of what I'm saying.
It's a horrible word, Nowell.
Oh, good morning from the person who votes Nat.
Look, I'm not going to fight with you about the word kappa. Do you understand? I just want you to know that I never use the word kappa. It never passes my lips. Never.
Ach, it's just a word. Look at Robben Island. Prime real estate. Can you imagine how many billions of rand we could make if we sold Robben Island?
So why don't you get Pam Golding to sell it to Michael Jackson?
What'll he do with it?
Turn it into a human rights creche.
Well, then we'll get the R1 million to build the 1 million houses, heal the 1 million people, pay the 1 million pensions.
And we can put a symphony orchestra into every township.
You get my drift, doll? And that's the truth, eh? But don't tell anybody I'm telling the truth. I'm a member of the ANC. If they find out I tell the truth, they chuck me out of the party. Dora, how far are you? Come. Oh, Goldie, for God's sake, sit down calmly. I can see lots of new lions scrambling to take position under your eyes.
Oh, my God, I won't breathe.
Miss Goldie should be sleeping. I gave her some special muti.
What? Dried leaves, crushed roots, the testicles of an elephant?
Disprints and lots of liquids. You white people are so ridiculous.
Hey, Dora, don't be racist.
I'm black.
You should have come with me today, man.
Madam, I stand on the balcony every day, looking out at Robben Island, as I hang your underwear to dry. I feel like Moses, looking at the promised land, but I know I don't have to go there.
Only cost 56 rand a ticket, eh?
I'm scared of water.
That's what I said to Mr. Eriksson, the Swedish tourist. The sea was so calm it was like glass. He kept on saying, why didn't these black prisoners try to escape from Robben Island? I said they were scared of water.
They're scared of cold water. You try and swim from Robben Island to here.
Dora, I wasn't meaning to swim. I was actually meaning to walk.
Yes. If Nelson Mandela walked across the water, you whites would just say, shame. Nelson can't swim.
Hey, Dora, sis, man. Goldie, are you awake? Listen to the... Hey, Goldie, listen. Oi. Huh? Are you still awake? Oh, God. Shame she's really got old. I met her in the queue. Can you believe it? Getting up at 5 a.m. to go and buy a ticket to go to Robben Island, and I found myself standing in a queue.
Can't you understand what I'm saying? There's that horrible Nowell farm. Let me look the other way.
That old woman in the queue looks just like my Jobert friend Goldie's going to look one day. I can't stand that bitch. Oh, come on, comrades, hurry, hurry. I can't believe the chutzpah, man. After everything I've done in the struggle, now I've got to stand in a queue to go to Robben Island now. I'm sorry, doll. I don't stand in queues.
You wait here.
Are you German?
Swedish.
Oh, it's your first visit to Cape Town?
Yeah.
You've still got your wallet.
Excuse me?
Just joking. Never mind. Movement in the jungle. Wait. Comrade, Amanda, listen, why am I standing in a queue?
He was on Robben Island.
Oh, salam. Excuse me. Listen, my name is Nowell Fine, and I was in the struggle. Okay, now why am I standing in a queue?
If you whites, you want to go to Robben Island, you have first got to suffer, baby. Suffer.
Oh, and a mandla to you too. Suffer. Did I suffer? Southeaster wind, sunburn, a seagull shattered my hair. I was sick on the boat. What a schlep. Anyway, cut to the car chase. Eventually we get to Robben Island. You know, this is such a moving experience for me.
You were here in the prison during the struggle?
Well, not exactly here, but I bathed a black baby for democracy.
Yeah?
I swear to God, during a state of emergency in Johannesburg, I risked my life and my husband's new car to go into a black township, get a black baby, and bath it. I bathed it, not my maid Dora, me.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Anyway, Dora says they don't bath black babies, they just have new ones. Oh my God, I don't believe it. Oi, Goldie! Psst. Oh, I should be so lucky. My best friend from Gauteng.
Well, fun! What are you doing here?
Goldie Kippel, what are you doing here? Oh,
well, I wanted to see this place for myself, Robben Island. It looks more like a holiday camp, not at all like Alcatraz.
How, madam? How can you be so insincere?
I am too exhausted to fight with Goldie. Anyway, we get to the island. Wherever you look are waters from the bad old days. Big, fat Afrikaners with broken noses and cauliflower ears, all looking like Louis late on Prozac. all wearing T-shirts saying I was nice to Nelson.
And on the back, so that's why I got Amnesty, so there.
You're not supposed to be listening, Goldie. You're supposed to be dead.
Yes, well, I need to go to the toilet,
Help you,
Nowell.
Dora.
I'm not an invalid, you know. Where is it?
Second down to the right. Careful.
So...
Careful, careful. Don't touch anything.
Ooh. Whose room is that?
My room.
Ah. So why are you packing? Has she fired you?
No, she's coming with me.
Ah, you leaving today?
Tomorrow morning.
Go wee, Goldie,
Right,
please.
Go.
So where was I?
Robben Island.
Oh, yes. So eventually we get to Section B, which is where they spent all those years in solitary confinement.
Yeah, I saw it in the film of Mandela.
No, man, that was a Hollywood film. This was for real.
Yes, well, I don't know if I'm strong enough for this.
Be strong enough, Goldie. Be very strong. And then try to forget that you voted for these nationalist bastards who were responsible for all this, eh?
No, well,
Now it is in these cells that the state president, Mr. Nelson Mandela, spent 18 of his 27 years behind bars. Now, cell number 5, for instance, is the state president's cell. That's where he spent 18 of his years behind bars. In this cell, you can see there is a mat, sisal mat, and felt mat, and about 3 blankets. Now, inmates slept on those mats from the 60s up until the late 70s. Now, the first person to receive a bed, in fact, was the state president himself.
They painted all to look bad.
No, not to look bad, but maybe just to show how bad things were supposed to be when they weren't so bad at all. I mean, look, if Robben Island was really so terrible, how come everybody survived? A whole government.
And they can't wait to get back.
No, the whole place was just too revolutionary Rococo a la Schindler's List. Oh, and the emotion. Even the Japanese were in tears. You'd swear this was Disneyland. Then we get to the souvenir shop. That's called the Hard Rock Cafe.
Look, Nowell, a tin cup that cost 50 rand. Our garden boy drank out of one that cost 5.
Well, your garden boy didn't become president. Look at all this cuck.
A genuine piece of Robben Island rock.
Hey?
Came from the quarry on the island, where our present government spent a lot of time thinking.
Well, it could come from anywhere else, you know.
Hold it to your ear. Go on. So, what do you hear?
What am I listening for?
Do you hear the sea?
In a rock? No.
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 But if you listen carefully, you can hear Michael Jackson singing Nkosi Sikelele Africa.
Yeah, I hear it.
Michael Jackson singing.
Yes, Nowell. So don't be recording. This man is making a fool of you. Come on.
You don't recognize me.
Hey? Oh, listen, are you someone famous? Oh, Palo Jordan.
No, Mvuyo Kumalo.
I recognize you from the TV.
Yes. You're the minister of...
The minister of,
I'm not a minister. Hey, you should get one of these. It's a perfect anti-hijacking device.
Oh, outstanding. I'll have 2.
Well, I don't want one.
No, man, it's not for you. It's for Dora. Listen, give me a few minutes. Keep this on your head. You get terrible sunstroke, remember. Listen, you are an actor. I've seen you.
You've had me.
I've had you?
Behind the garage.
I've had you behind the garage?
1983.
I don't remember the 80s.
Maybe you'll remember this. You could never forget that.
A toilet roll with P.W. Pointer's face all over it.
Look busy, look busy. Keep the sun off your face, Goldie. Oh, right. 1983.
That's me, madam.
Oh, shame. We always wondered whatever happened to you. You disappeared so quickly.
I was arrested.
You didn't steal from us, did you, Nimrod?
Burnt my passbook.
Silly boy. So they probably locked you up in Polsmoor prison for a week's holiday, eh?
10 years on Robben Island.
You're joking.
This was my home. That was my rockery. Come, let me show you.
What a fantastic place to spend 10 years. I mean, look at that view.
Yes. It's the first time I'm seeing it.
Eh?
You see, we never had windows. I never saw the view.
You're joking?
No windows, no life, just prison.
But how did they manage to hide that mountain?
As easily as they could hide the prison.
Oh, it must have been too horrible, Nimrod.
Yeah. The sea was our heartbeat. Yes, it was hard. But we're all together, all on the same boat.
As the captain said on the Titanic.
We knew we're not criminals. We were students of politics. And this was the University of Robben Island.
And you graduated?
Yes, I studied for a degree. And I'm working for the Minister of Water Affairs.
Still watering the garden, Nimrod?
Yes, madam. And what should I call you?
What would you call someone very special?
Mama?
Do you mind if I still call you Nimrod?
No.
Tell me more about that gorgeous black man in the shop.
He was a gorgeous black man in the shop.
It looked to me as though you knew him.
Well, I thought I did, but I was wrong. Eventually, we all get back to the boat. Now, listen, we've been through this whole experience together. We've taken photographs, we've brought souvenirs. You know, we're starting to bond. Eh?
Swapping email addresses.
Holding hands, singing protest songs.
We shall overcome.
Kosi.
How much is that doggy in the window?
You know, the usual. We get back to the waterfront. Chaos. Oh, my God, Goldie, look at you.
What's wrong?
Look.
Oh, I'm so burnt.
Didn't you know there's a hole in the ouzo layer?
Not ouzo, ouzon.
Mr. Eriksson, ouzon is what they drink in Greece. God, these Scandinavians think they know everything. Bye.
Goodbye.
Shame, I said to him. I said, Eriksson, you must tell those Danes and Swedes and Norwegians to stop sending all this money to South Africa. First of all, we don't need all that money, and secondly, it gets stolen. No, he said, the Scandinavians always look after the underdog.
Please, they've just got a guilty conscience, those Swedes. Thousands of years ago, they raped the whole of Europe. And that's why everyone's got blue eyes.
It takes me 2 hours in a traffic jam before I get back to my flat here in Bantry Bay. And I swear to God, it feels like I've been on Robben Island for 27 years without the promise of a presidency or a quick divorce. Oh, God, I'm absolutely finished. Of course, my 1983 Nimrod told me that the United Nations has put Robben Island on a par with Auschwitz and Hiroshima. I'm not so sure about that. I've never heard of anybody who spent 27 years at Auschwitz. And nobody came out of Hiroshima to become president, that's for sure. My 1983 Nimrod.
Are you all right, madam?
Hey, why?
You're mumbling to yourself again.
Oh, I need a drink. Oh, and the Boeing's already flown over. I drink to the most beautiful place in the world. What did we do to deserve all this?
Ran away from other countries.
Not me, Miss Goldie.
Don't you think this is beautiful, Dora?
Yes, it's very nice, madam.
But you black people don't notice views.
Sometimes I really wonder if they didn't also take out your brain when you had your first facelift.
Don't be rude to me, Dora.
I love my country, Miss Goldie.
But you're going to Australia.
I've never been overseas. Excuse me, madam. I have to get on with my packing.
God, Goldie, how could you be so brutal?
Ask a question.
She's also got feelings, you know.
So, why have you put her in a flat right across from the prison island where her people suffered? Where are your feelings?
I should live in Fishhook just because my maid prefers the views there. Oh, I mean, what is the ANC doing with Robben Island? For heaven's sake, leave it alone. It's such a perfect symbol of the struggle. Let it live in the eye of the beholder, but oh no, any excuse to make a quick buck.
And that tour today was far too expensive. It just wasn't enough to see. I won't go again, that's for sure.
I'm glad I went. I think everybody should go, if only to see the view.
I hear the government are having a lot of expensive parties there.
My dear, any third-rate American movie star who arrives here, we white liberals are forced to pay R250,000 to go to Robben Island, sit in a cell, and have dinner with 6 ex-convicts, putu pap and beer.
You're joking.
R250,000.
So do yourself a favour, Nowell. Open your front door, invite the first 6 people in off the street, and you've got your ex-convicts.
All this greed. Money, money, money. But then again, maybe ANC doesn't stand for African National Congress. Maybe it now stands for a nice check.
Well, doll, we've got the best government money can buy.
Spoken like a true nationalist. It's just those dinner parties on Robben Island that really freak me out. I've never heard of any Jews having a bar mitzvah at Auschwitz, have you? Dora, how far are you? You'll need your passport and your visa. And don't forget your bottle of seawater. Oh, and Dora, when we get to Australia, don't call me anything, hey? Let's find out what the Vietnamese girls are calling their madams first, okay? Can't believe it. I'm going to Australia. I'm so excited. Going to see my kids. Do you remember Lauren, Selwyn, Bernard? They're doing so well down under. But you know, they really miss Cape Town. So I brought them a fantastic souvenir. The maid, Dora. Okay, Dora, remember we've got to take the N2 to the airport. Qantas Airlines hates passengers to be late. And Goldie's taking us. I don't want her car to be hijacked or stoned. Okay. Oh my God. This is not me. I swear. But Dora says this is what all Causa virgins look like. Come, Goldie, hurry, hurry, hurry.
Stop shouting at me, Nowell.
Come, get in the car, get in the car. Dora, be careful of those bags. They are very expensive bags. Get in the back, man. Come, hurry, hurry. Who's got my gun? Look under the seat. My gun's there. Take your water. I don't want to have to come back for your water.
Yes, madam.
Run. In. Okay, Goldie, get us one of those things. Dora, get the bags. Ah. Oh, shit. Oh, darling.
Go well, Nowell. Be good, Dora.
Oh, Dora, relax. You're with me in first class, eh? That's one way to get our money out of South Africa. Aye. And over the weekend, we'll be back in Perth with Lauren and the grandchildren, sitting around a braai place, surrounded by all those ex-white South Africans, wondering if they did the right thing by running away so soon. What should we tell them? That, yes, South Africa's of crime and violence and confusion and a gravy train and fear, all the things that make it a very successful third world African democracy. Or do I just tell them what they want to hear? Do I say to them, oh, Dawes, you were so right to run away when you did. I've just been to Robben Island. Let me tell you, it's worse than Auschwitz. Makes Hiroshima look like a joke, I swear to Ngozi.
So now